Have I ever told you what my mother has a degree on? She has the highest degree so far in our family. My mother has a degree in psychology. You believe that? Every now and then when my mom says something so genuinely stupid, I go, by the way, degree in psychology. That's like the only thing I keep saying because it's true. I was talking to my mom. She was like, oh, we haven't actually properly hanged out in like weeks, you know? I miss you, blah, blah, blah. I was like, hey, mom, would you believe it if I told you that I was autistic? Now, the reason I asked was because I just had a thought. Like, I had an intrusive thought that's like, when you find out that your kid is autistic when they were younger, I feel like parents would be like, more like, oh, what do we have to do? You know, like, they'd learn more. They'd be like, oh, what do we have to do? What do we have to prepare, right? Because it's a kid, you know, and you have a lot of concerns when you find out that your young child has autism. But then, what if you find out that your child has autism when the child is already an adult, right? Like, I wonder what the difference is. I was like, if I told you that I had autism, would you believe it? And she was like, no. And my dad was like, no? Why would you say that? I shit you not, my mom started like messaging me about autism like for the next 3 days. However, in the moment, you know what my mama told me? My mama with a degree in psychology, by the way, she said, but you don't act like you have Down syndrome. And I sat there and I went, degree in psychology. Bro, I feel like she googled a picture of like psychology degree, saw it once and went, that's mine. Like, I swear to God, this is some bullshit. I'm not a medical degree, but I think that's two different things. I'm pretty sure those are two completely different things. I would assume it's worse because it's Indo. Like, in Indo, chat, if you have depressed, they'll send you into a psych ward and treat you like you're crazy. Back in my day, if you were diagnosed as like you are depressed, they treat you like you are like a murderer.
And as for finding out if you're autistic or not.
And then, my dad was like, I mean, if let's say you do have autism, is there anything like, you know, what do we do? What are the next step? And I was like, no, nothing, I guess. And then he, with his infinite wisdom, went, then it's fine. You don't have autism. Literally, you know the conversation of like the rage-baited lion versus the pondering monkey? No one was the rage-baited lion. We were both just pondering monkeys. Like, it was like one of those conversations where he's like, if let's say you do have autism, what do we do? I'm like, I don't know, nothing. He's like, then you don't have it. Ah, right. I was like, what do you mean by that? And it's like, yeah. Like, can you heal it? Can you like, you know, heal like your autism disorder? And I was like, it's not a disorder, is it? And I was like, I'm pretty sure autism is like a syndrome, right? Like it's just kind of like a default setting. Like, nothing wrong with you. You just like a defaulted. Oh, it's a spectrum disorder. Oh shit! I lied to my dad. Okay, well, I lied to my... Listen, in that conversation, one of us lied once at least, okay? So, like, you know what? Let me live my life. But I don't think you could, like, heal autism. I don't think you're autistic. I think you're just weird. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. I suppose. Also, my dad was like, yeah, is autism your mental disorder? And I was like, no. Like, you're right about the mental disorder thing, but I don't have autism. I mean, I don't know. I haven't gotten diagnosed yet, but it's a different thing. Also, you know what's so crazy? When I first got my diagnosis, right? These bitches act like they weren't right there. So I don't know why my dad's sitting here being like, oh, wait a minute. Were you diagnosed with autism, like, a couple of years ago? Like, motherfucker, they were there. Day one. When I got misdiagnosed as schizophrenic, they were there. When I got misdiagnosed again, they were there. What the f do you mean? Is it autism? Oh, no, it's not, bitch. You heard it. Like, day 4 gore. You would think, right? Growing up with a mom with a psychological degree and you have a mental disorder, life is like kind of easier, low-key. It was not. Like growing up, when I told my mom, like the first time, I was like, Mom, I may be depressed. She was like, then stop being sad. And she has pulled everything. I was like, Mom, I might be depressed. She was like, have you tried laughing? And I was like, you'll never believe what I'm gonna say. You'll never believe it. Or when I told her, like when I found out that I had social anxiety, my mom said, then to heal it, you have to go outside. You're so right. You're so right, Mom. My mother, who is afraid of insects. If you're afraid of insects, let me just cover your bed with bugs. Ah, so smart, mother. Remember, my mom back then thought I was gonna kill her. This is a very weird thing. I remember telling chat that like growing up, my mom would like basically bullshit out of so many things and like acted weird. And then at one point when I'm older, she was like, sorry, I basically like lied to you a lot. It's because I was scared that you're gonna kill me. And someone was like, maybe if your mom has a psychological degree, right? Then maybe her fear is founded. You really think her fear is founded, chat? You really think she knows what the she's doing? I don't think so. But mom was like, when you're younger, even the doctors were like, this kid is very sensitive. Like, it's not that my parents notice, it's that everyone else does. It's like the doctors or the nurses or my aunts and uncles, they'd be like, oh, this kid is like super sensitive. Like more sensitive than the average baby. In hindsight, maybe that's a sign. But then my mom in her infinite wisdom thought that they meant that I was like possessed or some shit. And the doctor was like, this kid is like very sensitive. Like more sensitive than the average kid. Mom's like, shit, she's possessed. But what the what the actual I know this is like, whoa, nowadays, but back then, chat, it's normal, okay? Back in my day, mental health
at least
is non-existent. It's either you are normal or you are a psychopathic killer. No in between. When I was younger, the teachers would be like, this kid, like, she can't learn like everyone else. Like, she is not absorbing information by doing nothing. It needs to be interactive. So my mama got me stickers. So either way, because my mom wants me to put stickers on things I like. And I guess that's how I learned. I really don't remember a lot of my childhood. But my mom's like, you're telling me that my kid can only learn through like activities? I'll get her a sticker. However, though, I appreciate it. That's kind of like a wholesome gesture. You know, it's like considering that at that time we were poor as the fact that my mom went out of her way to buy me stickers, I'll appreciate that. Don't remember your childhood? Oh, guys, she's cooked. No one f***ing remembers their childhood. I think the earliest memory I have is when I'm like... I don't remember. Bits and pieces of when I'm like 15, 14, 13 maybe. I don't know. I don't remember what the fuck I did when I was younger. The stories I remember from when I was younger is like stories my mom told me. Like my mom would tell me I would do certain things when I'm younger, but I have no memory of that. You know, like I have no memory of that age, but my mama told me, so I'm just gonna hope it's right. I don't remember anything from when I was like under 10 years old, I'd say. Like maybe like everything else from like 10 to like 18, it kind of blurs into like a similar story. You know, like I don't really remember how old I was, but I remember experiencing it at around that phase. But that's it. Everything else before that, man, nah, I don't remember nothing. Didn't you say your meds mess with your memory? It does. My meds do f my memory really bad. However, I have not remembered this even before I took my meds. Complex post-traumatic stress disorder is a mental health condition developed from chronic, repeated, or prolonged trauma, childhood abuse, domestic violence, or captivity. Captivity? Where escape feels impossible. The severe emotional regulation, negative self-belief, and relationship struggles. I never struggle in relationships. Thank you, AI overview. How would I have trauma? Ask the person who got left at an orphanage by her parents. I think it's funny now. You know, like, is it really trauma if I laugh at it now? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. My therapist half answered that, and I went, you just have no sense of humor, sir. And you'll never believe what I'm gonna tell you, Chai. You have no sense of humor. I remember talking, every time I talk to my therapist, I swear to God, I feel like I pay him to rage bay him. And it works every
Comedy
single
is a coping
time.
mechanism, Aga.
Coping my ass. It's definitely sad. I don't think it's very sad because it made me who I am today. And I like myself. And guys, I have a raging ego boner. So like, I think I turned out pretty damn right. But when I was younger, right, I was a very like annoying kid. Like I was one of those kids that are like misbehaving and stuff like that. You know, typical kid shit. So one time my mom was like, you know, if you're not gonna learn how to be grateful and appreciate what we give you, I will send you to an orphanage. And you know what? Like, I feel like a lot of parents will kind of quote-unquote threaten you being like, I'm gonna lock you in your room, or like, you're gonna get grounded. No, my mom literally went and did it. My mom scared me like that too. Yeah, no, my mom just did it. Like, she started packing my bags, took me to the local orphanage, dropped me off, and left me there. Because I went, no, you won't. To be fair, I don't know what I did, but like, somehow, all I remember is my ass ended up in front of the damn orphanage with like a bag. I still remember the bag, actually. It was my favorite and only bag. It was like a pink Princess Barbie thing. She left me out there, and I was like, what the fuck? And then she left. And I was like, what the? So I sat there and I waited. She never came back. So my ass, right? Like, it's to the point that one of the ladies came up. I remember this part. She was like, hey, kid, like, you good? Like, you lost? And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna go home now. So then I walked back home. Because I was like, no, I ain't lost. I know exactly where to go. So then I just walked back home. And my mom was like, have you learned your lesson? And I went, no. And then apparently I didn't. Because the second time, my mom was like, pack your bag. I'm gonna send you to the same damn orphanage. And I went, can I please bring chips so I can bribe the lady next time? I know when I told the story, people are like, wow, that's horrifying. However, chat, I grew up realizing that orphanages are not that bad. And then I ended up volunteering at the same orphanage and like working there. Not working, I say volunteering there for like a while after that. Because I was like, ah, they just want to hang out. You know, they just need help. So it literally shaped me to who I am today. So it comes full circle, Loki. I understand. Like, I feel like it's one of those things that maybe I'm coping, but at the same time, chat, what the fuck am I else supposed to do? Like, what else am I supposed to do in the situation, right? Where I think back then, I was their first kid. You know, like, I was my parents' first kid. They were really struggling at that time. They don't know how to raise a kid, so I'm not gonna put it against them. Despite my family's flaws, they have their positives, surely. I just don't really remember that. So, either way, I like to think that they were doing their best. Like, that was my mom's first time being a mom, my dad's first time being a dad, and despite it all, they did their best. And I think, honestly, whether they did a good job or whether they did a bad job, I like the person that I am today. So, I guess they didn't do that bad of a job. I don't remember a lot of the good memories. And I only remember the bad memories, but that's because, like, I think bad memories stick to you stronger than good ones, right? So, it's not really because good memories don't exist. It's just, I guess they don't, give you that exact same feeling? I don't know. Survivorship bias. Man, fuck you. Y'all are like Google. Y'all Google. I'm like, guys, think about it. I think it'd end up pretty well. It's like, ah, that's survivorship bias, bitch.
Almost drowning her own daughter, left her own daughter at
true.
orphanage. Yep, deaf parenting, well done.
Hey, but I learned how to swim though. I'm telling you, you know what? I told my therapist this exact thing. And my therapist is like, stop, defending your parents. So that it's like, you don't have to defend your parents. It's okay to be upset. And I sit there and I'm like, I don't remember, brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't remember what's happening. But all I care about is, by the end of the day, right? Do I care about the people around me? Yes. Do I Do I know the difference of like, do I know what basic human empathy is? Yes. Then okay. I think I turned out pretty damn fine.